chain one here gets a puff stitch. Chain one, and then this chain one gets a puff stitch. Okay, I think I went in between the wrong hole here. Yeah, I'm gonna go right there. This should be my last one. We're going to count around and it should be 21 puff stitches. It's important to keep track of your stitches here. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I don't know if I got that all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so it should be 21, and it is. So now in this chain 2, we're going to slip stitch to join. Sometimes it's good to make your chain 2s kind of loose, and I noticed that I didn't make it very loose. This time I can do a lot more loose, so I'm going to. Alright, now we're on round 5, and we're going to work 2 puff stitches and then a puff stitch in the next 2. So in this chain 1 here, we're going to work 2 puff stitches. So yarn up 1, 2, and then 3. Yarn over, pull through all 7. That's your first puff stitch. Now you're going to work another one here in that same chain 1. So 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through all 7, and that's your second one. Now in the next chain 1, you're going to work just 1 here, so 1, and then 2, and then 3. Yarn over and pull through all 7, and in the next one you're just going to work 1. So the pattern will be 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So you'll work 2 increase and then 1, 1, and then 2. So in this next one we'll work 1. Pull up 1, pull up 2, pull up 3, yarn over, draw through all 7, chain 1, and then this next one you'll work 2 again. So 2 puff stitches, yarn up 1, 2, 3, and then work another chain 1, and then work another puff stitch. This will be your increase again. 1, 2, 3, chain, pull through all loops, chain 1. Now your next, you'll just work 1 and then 1. So work 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1. The next one, 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1. This next one will be 2 puff stitch increase, so you'll work 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7 loops, chain 1, and then work another puff stitch. 1, wait, let me see, was it? Alright, let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and then the next one you'll work 1 puff stitch, so pull up 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and then the next one work 1 again, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and the next one you'll work 2 puff stitches in this chain 1, so 1, 2, 3, chain 1, or pull through all 7, chain 1, and then you'll work another puff stitch in the same one, pull up 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7 loops, chain 1. This next one you'll work 1 puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, and then the next one work 1, 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, and the next one you'll work 2, 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, and work another puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, and in the next one work 1 puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and the next one work 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, the next one work 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, and this one we're going to work 2 here, so 1, 2, 3, and then you'll chain 1, or pull through, saying chain 1 again, pull through all 7, then chain 1, and then right here we'll work 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, the next one we'll pull up 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and this next one you work 2, 1, 2, 3, draw through all 7, chain 1, work another puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, the next one, and the next one you just work 1, 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7 loops, chain 1, and this should be your last one, pull up 1, 2, 3, and let's count because you should have 28 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so there's 28. Okay, so what I'm about to tell you is important for the 12 month to 3 months. You're done with all increases. If you wanted to do, now you can chain 2. If you want to do just, okay, if you want to just do a 12 month to 3-year-old, you stop and just work a puff stitch around each chain 1 until you get the desired length. So you need to work this to 7 inches. So from here, work it all the way down to about 6.5 to 7 inches. So right now we're at 2 inches and we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know on this one we did, this was 7 inches, and how many rounds did I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, on this one, you should have about 14 to 15 rounds to get to the desired length. So what you'll do is you'll just work a puff stitch on each chain 1. So puff stitch here, 1 puff stitch, 1 puff stitch, 1 puff stitch in between each chain 1. And then when you get to here, you'll slip stitch into the chain 2, and then you just repeat it around for 15. Is that how many rounds I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, around 15 to 14 rounds, and this will be for 12 months to 3-year-old. Now I'm going to continue on to show you how to do the 3 to 10-year-old. The 3 to 10-year-old calls for one more increase, so it calls for a couple more rounds, and then you can continue on. So if you want to go to the next size, then this is what you do next. You are on round 6, the 6th round, and you're going to work a puff stitch in each chain 1 around. So this is for the bigger size. There's 2 sizes. This is for the 3 to 10-year-old, so you just work a puff stitch in each stitch around and each chain 1 around. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then pull through all 7, chain 1. And then in this chain 1, just work a puff stitch. And that's how you would do for the smaller size. But after this round of puff stitches, we have one more increase round to get this hat a little bit bigger for the 3 to 10-year-old. And all instructions are listed down below. And then pull through all 7, chain 1, and just continue this around. For each chain 1, it gets a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, pull through, and you get a chain 1, and then the next one gets a puff stitch. Just pull through and just repeat this around for round 6. And then go to the next chain 1 and work another puff stitch. This round 6 does not have any increases, but the next round for the bigger size does. And this is just another puff stitch. In each chain 1, I'm going a little bit faster because I've already showed you how to do the puff stitch. If you need to pause it or slow down, that's fine. Just make sure you've pulled up 3 times to get 7 loops on your hook. This is how you would continue around for the smaller size. You just keep doing this, just a puff stitch in each chain 1 until you get your desired length. But every time you're done with each round, you have to slip stitch to join. But it's just 1 puff stitch in each. chain 1. Now I want to count to make sure I have 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oops, I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, we do have 28. Now, if you were going to do the small size, you would keep doing this, just keep going around and having one puff stitch in each chain 1 and then join on the end with it in the chain 2 on the top, and just keep doing that. But this is for the bigger size. For the smaller size, just keep going around until you get to around 14, 15. Now with the bigger size, this is where you'll have one more increase and then you'll continue on with just one puff stitch around until you get to the length that you want. So we're just going to do a puff stitch increase in the first one. So 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, work another puff stitch here. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then you're going to work a puff stitch in the next 3 chain 1. So 1, 2, 3 will all just be one puff stitch. So you'll work 1 here, 2, 3, pull through all 7, and then this next one, work another puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and then you'll work one more puff stitch here. 1, 2, 3, and pull through. And then the next one, you have 2, 1, 2, 3, and the next one will be an increase again. So 2 puff stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and you'll repeat this pattern around. You'll do an increase, then the next 3 will just be 1, and then work another puff stitch here for an increase. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, puff stitch in the next one. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then just work another puff stitch here. And then chain 1, and then work another puff stitch here, and just continue this around. This will be your last increase. I do believe if you make this increase, do another puff stitch 1 around, and do another increase of 4 here, that would probably be big enough for an adult, but I'm not for sure, but I think it is. So this next one is a puff stitch for 2, so we have 2, 3, so we'll work one more puff stitch in the same one for an increase. 1, 2, 3, and work 1 in the next 3, so 1, 2, 3, pull through all 7, chain 1, and then work in the next 2, and then the next one, work 1, because we have 2, and then 1, 2, and then 3. And the next one is 2 here for an increase. Chain 1. Chain 1. Work 1 in the next 3. 1, and then 2 here in the next one. So we have 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And then work 2 in the next one. till we have 1, work 2 here. I am going a little bit faster since we keep doing the same pattern. And then work 1 in the next 3 chain 1s. Chain 1, work another puff stitch in the next, 2, 1, 2, and then 3. And then work 2 in the next. So 1 and then 2. And then 1 in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 and then 2, 1 and then the next one is just 1. Chain 1 and then